in the daytime. I know that's weird. So, I was out last night. I didn't stay out the whole night. I came in early because we had a freeze last night. And then I know you people that are from the north are probably like, that's not cold, but I was cold last night. I think it got down to 30 degrees last night. So, us people over here in Florida, we're not used to that. So, I feel bad for whoever didn't get picked up last night. But I had to go home. It was too cold. But yeah, I think it was a fair amount of drivers out last night. When I went in, I looked at the airport, like the people sitting at the airport, and it was like about 5 people sitting at the airport. Hi Marvin, how are you? Um, yeah, it's about 5 cars sitting at the airport, and then they had other people out because while I was logged on, probably I want to say it was around 9 or 10 o'clock. There was some great rides coming through, and every time before I could click on the ride, somebody would take the ride from me. I'm like, oh man, like here's a ride for like 20 something dollars, going a good amount of ways, like a good ride. Let's say the person is around um 5 minutes or less, like 5 minutes or less away, and they're only going like, oh, excuse me, probably not even 10 minutes away or less than 8 miles away. Because 7 and 8 miles, like sometimes that can be pretty far. But let's say they're going something like that and it's like 20 bucks, that's a good ride. But on average, like when I'm doing my rides or whatever, I try to get I try to get at least $1 per mile or somewhere close to it. So if Uber sends me something and it's a person and they like 3 miles away and their ride is going maybe 4 or 5 miles away. So if you do the math on that, that's 7 or 8 miles, not including the time. Like I got to the point where I don't even include the time anymore, in the pay. So just as long as it's close to $1 per mile, like I'll take that ride. But if it's not, I'd be quick to cancel people. But yeah, last night there was like some pretty good rides coming through, and I think I did close to 20 rides yesterday, and then I just cut the app off. I was just like, I'm done. And so now I'm out here again, out here in the daytime with the daytime drivers. Anywho, I was just saying hi. I will deliver a new story soon. Um, I almost started to go live yesterday after I had these ladies in the car, and they were like talking about all their business in front of me. I hate when people do that. Well, I can't really say I hate that, but it's funny to me when people do that, when they get in the car and they're literally like talking about all of their like stuff in front of me. It's crazy to me. I'm like, you're telling me all your secrets. Sorry, I know I kind of lost train of thought when I was talking, but this guy in this rafter right here, like literally just like sped up on my butt. Like he was like all up on my car. So I'm like, dang, he must have somewhere to go, which was stupid because the lane over here was like clear. He could have just went around. But the reason I got over was because I'm in what people call the fast lane. It's really called the passing lane. And then even though I'm doing the speed limit, you still shouldn't hold up the passing lane so that people can pass over here and not have to get in the other lane and pass. So that's why I got over and let him go. Anywho, but yeah, these ladies were in here talking about all this stuff. They were talking about people, and I was just like, they sound so yucky. Like the way they was in here talking about these people, and I'm like, they probably was just in these people's face, smiling and all of that good stuff, smiling in their face and everything. And now they done hopped in my Uber, just gossiping, and I'm just listening to all of it. I'm just like, wow. And then we passed by a place, and they got the middle fingers up, talking about F such and such. They were saying F the place. And I guess like one of the girls used to work there, and then they were like, but that there was somebody that they were talking about that I was overhearing their whole conversation with, that they worked there with or something. I'm just like, dude, like, I mean, maybe I am the Uber driver, but what if I know these people that you're in here talking about? Like, now I know all their business. I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, I had some interesting rides yesterday. That was one of them. And because I remember thinking to myself yesterday that I wanted to do a live after driving some of these people yesterday. That was one of the groups. And then there was, wow, that was pretty cool. Wow. Oh, oh, you guys, oh, let me stay on the road. You guys have to see this. It's so pretty. So this is actually this is actually my least bridge to drive on, but when I'm driving across it, I'm just like, it looks so nice out here. Like the view is so nice on the bridge. But anyways, okay, I'm back. Sorry, it went out for a second. Anyway, so there was a drunk driver lady that I guess sideswiped another lady or something like that, or she hit the back of her car, and the lady's car went over this bridge. But I still think that when I'm going over it, because it's so long and then it's all the water and open sky and in trees, and I just think that it's so beautiful, like the scene going over, it's like so beautiful. But I had a car, and he was telling me about how he almost went over this bridge, and I think it was something, I think it was like a watch or something on his wrist, something. He was telling me he went over, and there's like these little side slots in the bridge. His hand got stuck in the side slot, and that's how he ended up not going in the water. And at first they thought he went over in the water and he was dead, and then a paramedic, I think either a paramedic or a fire person, just happened to see him hanging. That's what saved his life. But crazy enough, he was telling me that's not the only time that he got into an accident on a bridge. So he's like terrified of bridges. So there was a flyover ramp that he almost went over in his car, and he said the car was tilting, it was teetering on the side, and a truck driver got out his truck and ran over and hopped on his hood so that his car would keep from falling over the edge. And he says that the paramedics came, got him out of the car, and oh whoa, paramedics came, got him out of the car, and he said as soon as the truck driver got up off the car, it went over the side. So that truck driver saved his life, and the paramedic took him to see where the car fell at. There was an old light post or whatever, and it impaled the driver's side of the car. I was like, man, he was talking about he's unlucky, but I was like, bro, you seem extremely lucky to me. But yeah, I'm almost to my destination, so that's the stories for now. I will get back and try to make a Uber story today. I know last time I told y'all I was going to talk about the big tippers. I think I'm going to narrow that down into some different stories. But the next story will be about my all-time favorite big tipper. All right, laters, guys.